Alright, guys. I've been trying to think, what do I possibly know about habits that you guys don't know? I don't think I know anything. I'm pretty sure everything that I know, you know. But still, that video from yesterday, something about that, it just was not complete. I don't know, there was more stuff to get into, even if it was just one or two experiences that kind of relate. And right now I've got one that's sort of in the batter's box, so I'm gonna go with that one. And I guess it has to do with not so much when I moved out of that building in Hollywood, which I think I covered in episode 2 or 3. Sorry, I don't remember. Maybe it was 4, the last one, Escape from Hollywood. I don't remember. But yeah, it wasn't so much when I left. That's kind of part of it. And so that wasn't really a habit so much. What I'm talking about is when I decided to leave and I didn't really have anywhere to go. I didn't have anything set up the way they tell you to do. The way they say be smart, like don't quit a job before you have another job lined up. And I think in most instances, that's probably a good idea, a good rule of thumb. But so when I did that, and then when that worked out afterwards, I mean by worked out, the money came in right under the wire, and then I never really finished that story. I mean, basically I moved out and I was kind of in the LA area for 3 or 4 days because I had a trip planned to go hang out with my brother and my mom back in Phoenix for, like I said, I had no idea how long I was going to be there. So then when I got to Phoenix, I was basically there the whole summer, and I was kind of depressed, to be honest. I mean, it was kind of tough. And, my mom was saying, I think, why don't you just stay here? Why don't you move back? And which, I couldn't really blame her for saying that. But I mean, I wasn't going to do that. That was not part of the plan. There was no giving up. So I decided to head back, and it was another thing. It was like I'd been in Phoenix long enough. It was like the whole summer. I couldn't really do anything there. I was staying with my brother, and I was kind of just in his way the whole time. I mean, he would have let me stay there as long as I would have needed to. But I didn't want to. I just felt like a burden, and I didn't have any proper workspace, or I didn't really have any privacy, and so I just decided it was time to head back to LA. And there was a friend that told me I could stay with him, which I didn't really want to, but I had to get back here and get in the swing of things. And so I left Phoenix, and again, I had like zero money. I'd basically, spent the little that I left LA with in Phoenix, just living for 3 months or whatever. And on the drive over there, I had this expensive typewriter on eBay, and it sold. And like during the 6-hour drive. And so to me, that was kind of like a confirmation of sorts. It kind of affirmed that when I decide, like, this is enough, time to go this new direction, and I don't really see where it's going, but I don't care, I'm going anyways. It worked out, and I think how that relates back to habits is like kind of, in a way, I know it's not a perfect correlation or analogy, but I kind of built the habit of saying enough is enough, and it's time for me to get out of here and move on when I left my Hollywood building, And so just stuff like that, and where did that habit come from? I'm not sure. Because to tell you the truth, at that point, I was sort of, I think I was less disciplined than I am now, like by a long shot. I mean, I'd sort of had a little success with some habits, and then I kind of regressed. Whereas now, I mean, I don't even care if I'm, if I go home or if I, whatever, however late I was up last night, it doesn't matter. I'm getting up at 4:30 the next morning. And so that habit is like, that it's cemented in for good. But, so I don't really know, where I got off making that call, but I'm glad I did. I'm really glad I did, because it wasn't just the space, the easiness. That was, I think I talked about that. That was the main thing. It wasn't just getting away from a place where it was too easy to settle in. It was also, I don't know, it kind of it like established a new point, not a new point, but basically the way I saw it was like from there on out, I was gonna do the stuff that I knew I should be doing, and so it wasn't just not being a building manager. It was also working on the projects that I had that I wanted to finish and I wanted to work on and I wanted to get out there, but for whatever reason I just kind of sat around and did nothing. And so when I left Hollywood, I don't know if leaving is a good word. It's 20 minutes away now. I'm only in Pasadena. When I say left Hollywood, I'm not like to escape the clutches of oppression. And that's not really what I'm talking about. Yeah, since I've been here in Pasadena, working every day, the way that at least the way that works for me, the power of habits have just really kicked in. And like I said in the last video, I don't really have that many that I adhere to, so I can't put myself on too high a pedestal compared to everyone else. I'm not trying to, but between starting the day early and staying in the gym, those have been two really big ones. And I know yesterday I was talking about how sometimes one habit can kind of lead to another good habit, can lead to another one, and can, like, there's offshoots that it's not just that other habits are formed. It's more like the one, like a good habit is a good thing to me. It's like a good quality, and that, I think those good qualities tend to multiply. The longer they stick around in your life, the better you get at them, the more you sharpen them. Yeah, I think they just, it's not just the discipline that I learned. Like, it's not just the discipline or the consistency. It's like all those good things are kind of adjacent to one another. And when you get, like, when you have experience, or when you delve into one, you see that the others, they're right there. They're not that far away. And so I think that's the real power, if I can say power. That's the real power of a habit, is when you stick to something. Perseverance is another thing. Is like, even on the days where it's not going good, and there's plenty of those days. Actually, I don't know if that's true, honestly. Yeah, you're gonna have bad days, but for me, yeah, there's stretches where it's not good, for sure. And But that's the other thing is it kind of teaches you to, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't want to do it. Like today, I did not want to work out. And like the last week, I didn't really want to. It's just, you're doing the same stuff and you want to switch it up, or you don't know what to do, or you're whatever, tired. When there's other things that I'd rather try to work out, and I'm not physically, just like things I need to work through in life or whatever, none of that matters. I still go to the gym. I still work out because that's the routine. And so I think that's good because you keep yourself in line. You keep yourself in check. I mean, really no one else is going to after you're a certain age. You're on your own. No one's going to take care of you, and it's not their responsibility. They're not interested in doing it. And so, you gotta just make sure you're after yourself to sit down every day and work on it a little more, and not just the gym, but whatever. And I don't know, to take it back to what I was talking about yesterday with goals. Like with goals, if I didn't see any progress, or if I felt discouraged, that was it. I didn't get it. I was like, well, this isn't working. I'm out of here. Like, what else? Let me find something else. But that's not, I don't think that's what we're supposed to do. I mean, we're supposed to just figure out what we're doing and then just keep doing it. And so that's why the habit for me just keeps me in there, just clocking in and clocking out. And that's been my experience. Goals, they were almost like too lofty for me, because I'm just one of those dreamers. I'm a dreamer, daydreaming all the time about wild stuff. I love the movies. I love that type of fantasy, and I love all that stuff. And so when you write down your big dream, it's like, but if you just, if you, for me, I just sort of took that and kind of flipped it, or maybe pivoted it, as they say. And it was like, hey, like, forget about, we've all heard that, ambition is the enemy of success. And I'm coming to find that I think that's maybe like the truest thing anyone ever said. Because I've never had as much success or made as much progress as when I am not concerned about the progress or the success. I'm just concerned about the work, about showing up and doing doing whatever is on the docket for that day, and then getting out of there, when I've done what I can do. And so, yeah, I think I did what I wanted to in this second video, as far as going a little deeper into why I think habits trump goal setting. And to me, I think it rings true to me. But let me know what you think. That's it, guys. Have a good one.